Home loans broken down for you there. However, one thing to note here that recently RBI has proposed new guidelines to calculate that base rate that we're talking about starting the 1st of April 2016. Banks will have to calculate this based on something called as the marginal cost of funds. So what you need to know is that RBI expects that this new formula will force banks to reduce interest rates in step with RBI's repo rate cuts and vice versa, which could also mean cheaper home loans for you come April. Now that we've understood the basics of what all this means, let's get a detailed report on what the credit policy review today was all about. Take a look.
Your home loan will not get cheaper just yet, but expect banks to transmit policy rate cuts faster come April 2016. This is when the new formula to calculate base rates will kick in. That was the word coming in from Governor Rajan at the post-policy press conference on Tuesday morning.
I believe that the marginal cost loan pricing, which will kick in April 1st, will actually help transmission. And I think it will be an improvement over the earlier base rate. As you know, banks will move to that for new loans. I think transmission basically will happen. And as I've said continuously, eventually banks will be forced by competition to transmit.
Till date, RBI has cut the repo rate by 1.25%. Banks, however, have passed on only 0.6% of this rate cut to borrowers. Base rates, or the rate below which banks do not lend, currently range between 9.3 to 9.7%. Bankers, however, chose to play down expectations of home loans getting cheaper anytime soon.
I don't really think in the existing system there is any scope for cutting rates at this point of time. If you see even the secondary market, the CP rates, which had actually gone down quite a bit, are now almost back to the level of the bank's base rates. So the new system comes into force from 1st of April, and that I think we need to see how it pans out.
Governor Rajan also said that the RBI will most likely meet the target of bringing inflation to 6% in the upcoming data for Jan 2016. However, RBI did caution about growth being slower than expected. Any future rate cut is now contingent on reforms announced by the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley in the upcoming budget. The next policy meeting is scheduled for April 5, 2016. Kavita Krishnan, Magic Bricks Now.